Howdy! My name is Dust Collectors. Recently, I had to quarantine myself for a week because I thought I had the coronavirus. In my free time, I made a 3-track mixtape, the second track of which, Sushi, I will be talking about today. I wrote and recorded the track in 2 days. It's about a potential transhumanist future where people born now are still alive several centuries later. Everyone has these cybernetic enclosures that act like a mobile life support system, enabling people to live for several hundred years. The song's about a human from this future who becomes nostalgic about the sexual aspects of his life before this technology and leaves his enclosure to feel the embrace of another human. I was inspired because a lot of people my age in quarantine, with access to the internet and the ability to learn any skill or watch any movie, are instead sad and horny and thinking about the next time they can have a Tinder hookup, myself included. Ah, fuck. Such a weird song requires weird instrumentation, which I will explain now. First, the bass part, which goes like this. This was the first thing I wrote for the song, and acts as the backbone for the entire thing. Just funky enough and with a weird enough chord progression, 6-1-7-1 in D sharp major. Next, the guitar part, which I think is essential in establishing the lo-fi bedroom sound I was going for. Out of the 2 albums, 4 EPs, and multiple singles I've recorded under 4 different artist names over the course of almost 3 years, this is the first time I've ever recorded guitar on a track. This goofy finger-picked riff fits in nicely and leaves a large enough gap in the frequency range above the bass for the vocals and drums to sit in. Last is the drum part that sounds like this. I decided on a clave pattern for the kick and a weird offset snare rhythm. A large part of my drumming style on this track was putting the kick and snare in slightly different places than expected. All together, with the vocals, it sounds like this.
When your body was original, you're remembering a time before your consciousness was digital. When you used to fuck strangers in cars and eat raw fish with girls. Antediluvian pastimes on the oyster around the pearl. Yeah!
There is also keyboard on this track, specifically a Yamaha keyboard that my ex-girlfriend gave to me as a gift in 2017. She recently texted me and asked for it back 9 months after we broke up, and this angered me so much that I created an entire mixtape out of spite. The keyboard appears on every track. Hello, I just woke up from a nap, so it's nighttime now. Anyway, after this interlude, the first verse repeats again, there's this noodly breakdown section, and then it goes into a 2.5-minute improvised jam at the end, which you're listening to right now. I believe this serves as a good conclusion to the song because it's emotional, it's energetic, yet concise and almost kind of sterile, and it really serves to wrap everything up and elevates it to a piece of art instead of just a song. Which brings me to my next point. If you, viewer, voyeur, can take one thing away from this experience, whether you're a musician, or a visual artist, or a writer, the work you make, you really should be able to call your own. You know, if you make art and it's indistinguishable from someone else's art, does it really have justification to exist? In my opinion, no. And, you know, I'm not some avant-garde genius, and my work does bear similarities to other people's music, but at the same time, I know I have my own sound, and it's less about the instruments I play and the way I play them, but it's more so about the philosophy that I have and the way I go about creating a song. I personally try to invoke a sense of unease. You know, maybe having 3 bars instead of 4, where you think something's going to repeat one more time, but then it abruptly goes into the next section. And instead of singing, I yell like a drunk guy in the street in the middle of the night. You may call those things good or bad, but in my opinion, the valuable thing about those aspects is that they're unique. So, if you're going to create stuff and if you're going to make work, it may take a while. For me, it took 2 years before I ever recorded something that I was satisfied with, but take the steps to be unique and infuse your passions and your soul into the stuff that you create, and one day you'll be able to walk back and look at it and just say, I am satisfied with what I've done, and my time on this earth was worthwhile. And you can die happy with a coin in your tongue floating across the river, and the ferryman will take you away to the land of lost souls. Thank you.